Yeah, he was unable to use his size.
I don't know if that touchdown I got was on camera.
Catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
I had a touchdown.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he floats one there, incomplete. He was looking for Alex Erickson that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him,
this wide guy
downs to play with.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's get that.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One more, right? Or is it done? Yeah, it's done.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. The dump-off good for 8 there on first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Oh my God, why?
There, incomplete.
I can't stand this why guy.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Come on.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Trying to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback.
I don't know why
you're going to get called out.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
Please
so
catch that.
That changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. One-handed, love the effort.
Okay, I got past that.
Not much production on that play.
I have to go.
Not a whole lot of yardage.
Now.
You get that grab, you probably want to.
Okay, not enough with these stupid replays.
Gotta be saying, hey, run that one back. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again. And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross.
Oh my God, how do you miss that? You gotta run the ball.
He reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays.
No.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. To the left side here for Eifert. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Oh, that was such a nice play.
Across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Oh my God, no.
And they passed him off to each defender.
He's not injured.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
My best player got injured.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
There we go. Touchdown.
A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for...
Okay, here we go. Hold on to the lead.
Right there, 54 Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Green's
that looks good.
Over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense...
And he's
he literally just threw it right to
him. 3rd time. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Please no.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15.
What a pass.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So
No, I don't think we do. No. Can't believe we failed that.
The Bengals getting set to go.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window and intercepted. Maybe the turning
Not
point
intercepted.
they need. It's the former
You're
Seahawk,
kidding.
Richard Sherman, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Let's go.
For you guys?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a few kneel downs
You
should
missed
just
the
about
field
do
goal.
it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 2nd down
Oh my
pass
God.
play there, but it's
You're
incomplete.
wide open, but you don't catch it.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll hit. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Okay. Oh, I was actually better than their quarterback. Damn.
Oh, how to get back up.
I know, you thought real change in the NFL.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, that's it for the second game. Now let's do a new stream for the third game against the Bills.
Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up.